Hey everyone, welcome back to the cooler. This is Mark the Shark coming at you with Japan 38.S.3 Operation Skyhook. Production this time around, the Japanese have 27 to spend. They'll be spending 8 on 2 SNLFs, 7 on a destroyer, and 12 on 4 infantry, spending all of their cash. So, move around now and go check out the research roll. Z. This time, Japan is going to be going for wartime economy and long-range aircraft. Here's a roll for long-range aircraft. 7 or better. 3, that's a big miss. Okay, now a roll for wartime economy. 1, that's a big miss. Okay, so much for the change in luck on the research rolls. All right, we've got a number of combat moves this time around. Gonna do my best to get them all where they can all be seen. Don't know if I can do it from this end of the world or not, but I will try. Let's see. Well, you still can't see the fleet that I tried to move out there where you could see it. That fleet right there including what I knocked off of it, is sitting in C-Zone 54. So, what we're going to do, combat moves. 2 of the transports from C-Zone 54 will go over here to the Japanese home islands. 1, pick up 4 infantry. 2, 3, move down into C-Zone 89 to deposit these 4 infantry to amphibious assault Kwangtung. Now next we'll go to fighter up here in Rihe. Yes, so you can see that. Okay. 1, 2, 3 will also attack Kwangtung. I'm just going to put that on the battle board. Easier to deal with. Get the big one up on the battle board. 1 fighter and 2 tacticals from Korea. They have 5 movement. They're going to go 1, 2, 3 into Kwangtung. Pretty sure that one's right there. I just knocked it over. Okay. Then 3 transports from C-Zone 54 right here are going to pick up these 5 SNLFs and amphibiously assault them into Kwangtung. That will leave me 2 battleships, a battle cruiser, 3 heavy cruisers, and 2 light cruisers for shore bombardment against these 5 militia. And before I move that over to the battle board, I'll go ahead and let everybody know what my other combat moves are. so there will be no little or no confusion, except maybe on my part. Got 4 infantry in Shantung. I can't read upside down. Take my notes with me so I don't forget anything. 4 infantry from Shantung is what I had written down. There's 3, and that makes the 4th one. They're going to go into Szechuan. Get him out of the way. Those 4 guys right into the Szechuan, attacking that 1 militia. 1 artillery from Hopei. There is a spot for him to reach right there, if you can see it. He will be going down there into Szechuan. A fighter from the light carrier in Sea Zone 54 will be flying off the light carrier 1, 2 into Szechuan, and he'll be participating in that attack. And the 1 cavalry from Hopei right here, he's going to be traveling down to get involved in that attack as well. Next, 1 artillery from Hunan will be going into Quichao. 4 infantry from Quichao. These 2 and these 2 will be zipping over there into Quichao. Tactical and a fighter from the fleet carrier be taking off there from Sea Zone 54 and going 1, 2, both of those being involved in that battle. They'll have 2 movement points left when all is said and done. And 1 cavalry from Shantung, 1, 2, also into that battle, attacking those 2 militia. That is all the combat moves. So now I'll go roll that first one out on the board. Well, it's on the board. Can be seen there on the board. We'll want to be able to see the box, see the rolls. So, let's see. Let me get to that page. Since I didn't move all my ships over to the board that are doing bombardments. I've got two battleships at a 4 or less. And both of those are big misses. I've got 1 battle cruiser at a 3 or less. Hey, it's a 4. That's a miss. 3 heavy cruisers at a 2 or less. And those are all misses. And we'll have 2 light cruisers at 1s. Both of those miss. Okay. So here we go on the first round of the amphibious assault. 1, 2, 3, 4 infantry at a 2. 4 infantry at a 2 or less. 1, 2 hits by the infantry. All right. We've got 5 SNLFs at 3. 1 hit. 2 fighters at 6. Both miss. 2 tacticals at 7 or less. And 1 hit. So, out of the 5 militia that were there, there is 1 left. They all get to shoot back at 2. 5 at 2. 10, 9, 8, 3, 6, all miss. And we'll start back over with the 2 tacticals at 7. Both hit. There's only one militia left, so he's done for. And now we'll roll for the militia at 2 or less. And that's an 11. That's a miss. So that battle is over. That land zone is worth nothing. No, wait a minute. Kwangtung is worth something. That's worth 2. So Japanese will go up 2, Chinese will go down 2. If everything is right with the world, the Japanese are now at 29 and the KMT is now at 1. Get those units moved onto the map. All the fighters, the 2 tacticals and the 2 fighters will be non-combating back to Hunan when the time comes for that. Okay. Next, we have the 4 infantry. I'll go ahead and move these 2 fighters and 2 tacticals back to Hunan to get them out of the way. If that can be considered out of the way. Okay, 4 infantry from Shantung that attacked this lone militia up here. Good gravy, I've got things from... There they are. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. That one was going down there. That's an artillery and a fighter that's also involved in this. So I'll move that to the battle board. All right. Get that turned around back over here. Hopefully that's all where it can be seen. I'm not sure that that's not a mountainous zone. I believe it might be, so I'm going to move everything back 1. Except for the infantry that's bumped up due to the artillery. And I'll put the artillery at a 2 just to be... Got 3 infantry at a 1. No hits. 1 infantry at a 2. Nothing. And first strike artillery at a 2 that I should have rolled first. Nothing. And the fighter at a 6. Hey, a 5. Finally got a hit. The lone infantry or the lone militia will get a shot back at 2. And a 5, that's going to be a miss. So that battle is complete. Szechuan has been taken over by the Japanese Empire. There are now 4 infantry and an artillery in that particular zone. The fighter will be non-combating back to C-Zone 89. And for the final battle, we've got the 1 artillery from Hunan, the cavalry from Shantung that came on down, the 4 infantry that I did not chip all of them out, but there are 4 of them, and the tactical and the fighter from the fleet carrier versus 2 militia that are presently occupying Quichao. So that also may be a mountainous territory, so I'll move the infantry back, 3 of them back to 1, 1 of them at a 2, do the artillery sport, artillery at a 2, cavalry, I'll move them down to a 2 just to be on the safe side. 1, 2, 3 dice at 1. No hits. First strike artillery at 2. Miss. Infantry and a cavalry at 2. Both miss. Go for a fighter at 6 or less. 5. That's a hit by the fighter. And a tactical at 7 or less. That's a 2. That's going to be a hit. There are 2 militia in there, so that's all that's left. So they get 2 defense rolls at 2. A 3 and a 7. Both misses. Okay. That concludes the combat for this round. Get that placed there. Get that poor infantryman that fell off back where he's supposed to be. I got 4 infantry there. I'm just going to chip those out. Be easier to deal with. 3 chips and a fella on top. Cavalry. And an artillery. Okay. Now for non-combat. I think it can be seen there. Artillery from Rihe, move down into Peking. The cavalry from Rihe, move 1, 2 into Hopei. All the fleet units that had not moved into C-Zone 50 or 89, the whole fleet is going to meet up in C-Zone 89. And these planes will fly back to their carriers out there. If I can get them where they need to be. Those were the ones that landed there. They landed there already. It was this fighter that landed. Yeah, there it is. And here's these 2. It was suggested to me that I do all my combat moves at the same time. That's why I tried to do it that way. To me, I write them down. I'm not going to change my mind on one combat from one time to the next. If you want me to continue to do them that way, I will continue to do them that way. But honest to goodness, it is easier for me to keep track of everything when I do them one at a time and just refer to my notes. But that's okay. So, the entire fleet has moved down into C-Zone 89. The planes back to their respective carriers. The fleet in Sea Zone 89 consists of 2 light cruisers, 3 heavy cruisers, 5 transports, a light carrier with a fighter, 2 destroyers, a battle cruiser, 2 battleships, and a fleet carrier with a fighter and a tactical bomber, along with a coastal submarine that is in that fleet. The Japanese will collect 29 this turn. But I guess I should place some units. So I'm going to place a destroyer right out here in Sea Zone 56. I'm going to place the 4 infantry that were produced down here in Kyushu, and the 2 SNLFs that were produced in Tokyo. So Tokyo has 2 infantry, 3 SNLFs. Kyushu has 4 infantry presently sitting there on it. Sea Zone 56 has a submarine, a torpedo boat destroyer, and a destroyer that just got placed. Sea Zone 38 contains a submarine and a destroyer. And the only other ship I have that is not in Sea Zone 89 with the fleet is a lone submarine that is in Sea Zone 67. So now I'll collect 29 for the income for the Japanese and pass it on to Ozark Outpost with the Commonwealth. Thanks for watching, guys. Talk to you later.